On a cold spring afternoon, two very special customers appeared at the entrance of the noodle shop, a father and his son. They were special because the father was blind. The son walked carefully beside him, gently guiding his father. The young man, around 18 or 19, wore clothes that clearly showed signs of poverty, yet his face and eyes bore the air of someone educated. He seemed to still be a student. The young man approached me and said loudly, "2 bowls of beef noodles, please." As I was about to write up the order, he subtly gestured toward the price list on the wall and softly whispered, "Only 1 bowl with beef, the other just noodles, with a sprinkle of scallions." I immediately understood. He had spoken loudly, so his father would hear and believe they were ordering 2 full bowls, but in truth, he couldn't afford it and didn't want his father to know. The kitchen quickly served 2 steaming bowls of noodles. The son placed a bowl with beef in front of his father. "Dad, the noodles are here. Eat up, but be careful, it's hot." Then he quietly took the plain bowl for himself. The father didn't start eating right away. He held his chopsticks and slowly fumbled around in the bowl. After a while, he finally picked up a piece of beef and hurriedly placed it into his son's bowl. "Eat, son. You need to eat more and get full so you can focus on your studies. Your graduation exam is coming soon," the father said gently. Though his eyes were clouded and lifeless, his wrinkled face lit up with a warm, loving smile. What surprised me was that the young man didn't stop his father from giving him the beef. He silently accepted it, then quietly moved it back into his father's bowl. Again and again, this continued, as if the father's bowl had an endless supply of meat. "This place is so generous. Just 1 bowl of noodles, and look how much beef there is," the old man said with heartfelt gratitude. I had witnessed the same few thin slices of beef being passed back and forth between the 2 bowls. After a while, the son said cheerfully, "Dad, you'd better eat fast. My bowl is overflowing. I don't even know where to put all this food." Yes, eat quickly, son. Beef noodle soup is very nutritious," the father replied. Their words and actions moved us deeply. At some point, the shop owner had come to stand beside me, quietly watching the pair. Just then, at her request, Chef Zhang brought over a freshly sliced plate of beef and placed it on their table. The son looked up, eyes wide in surprise. "You must have gotten the wrong table. We didn't order this." The owner smiled and walked over. "No mistake. Today is our shop's anniversary. This plate of beef is a gift for our customers." The young man smiled politely and said no more. He simply picked up some pieces and placed them into his father's bowl. We all stood silently, watching them finish their meal. We followed them with our eyes as they left the shop. It wasn't until I cleared the bowls that I found, hidden at the bottom of the son's bowl, several folded banknotes. The exact amount for a plate of beef, according to our price list. The owner, Chef Zhang, and I stood there in silence, each lost in our own thoughts.